How's it going? I just wanted to talk to somebody, and nobody's home right now where I live. So I'm just gonna talk to you. And maybe you want to talk to someone, don't have anybody, and you can just pretend you're talking to me back. I don't know. I think a lot of people watch YouTube videos just for like, it's like almost a social interaction when you're just like face to face with someone who's talking to a camera, and you do get a little bit of that human social aspect, I guess. And I'm very curious about why we need social interaction so bad. Like, why are we such social creatures? I always wonder about that. I wonder like what causes that, and why do people go insane when they're in like isolation for long enough? Like, actually, okay, here's a good question. You know how like when people are in prison and they go into like the isolation area and then they like go crazy in there? That's like a common thing. How come there are like monks in India that are able to go in a cave and be in complete isolation and they're perfectly fine? In fact, they're a lot happier that way. Like, what's the difference? How come one person can do it but one person can't? What's the difference? Obviously, my mind leads me to thinking the fucking monk in India is probably like more tapped in spiritually, more connected with like the universe. And then I'm wondering, hell, if I go to prison and I get into an isolation ward, maybe that's like the best thing for me. Maybe I could dial in my meditation. Maybe like if I'm in there long enough, I'll start hallucinating and just see God in front of me and start talking to him or something. Like, that might be kind of cool. Who knows? Do you guys want to see this super awesome cat? Hey, Lucky. I mean, not Lucky. Siggy. What's up? How's it going? How you doing? Don't worry, the cigarette's out. I didn't get cigarette smoke on him. But you know what's funny? His name is actually Cigarette, because when my friend adopted him, it was he was like a kitten and living in this house that was like not good. They were like mistreating him or something, and he smelled like cigarettes when they got him, so they named him Cigarette. But oh yeah, a little life update. I got a job finally. Well, I recently moved into my friend's house, sleeping in his trailer outside his house, but I can obviously go inside and everything. But I got a job as a line cook, and I'm kind of excited, which is weird because I've had like 20 jobs and I hated pretty much all of them, and I always just hated working. But I had a lot worse mindset in the past about working, and I was pretty lucky because until now I've lived with my parents. One of my parents, they're divorced, but or they're never married to begin with, but I always lived with one of them, and I didn't have to work necessarily. I could work, but if I quit, then they would still provide for me. I would still get food from them. But now I live with my friend, and if I don't work, well, first I need to pay rent, and secondly, if I don't work, I can't buy food for myself. So I just have to, I guess, try to survive on whatever scraps other people are buying. But I feel really bad when I have to rely on other people, and I don't enjoy that feeling at all. Like, literally, like I think I've lost weight in the past like couple of days, and it's been okay though. Like, I don't really mind it. It doesn't really bother me as much as it used to. I used to be like so hyper fixated on like gaining weight, looking strong, and like getting all muscular and whatever. But I understand that like everything's temporary. So even if I attain like a 200-pound physique and I'm like just super, just buff, that's gonna go away. This body is going to either age or die, and it's inevitable. And time is like crazy. Like it seems like you'll live for so long, but then when you're like 80 years old, you look back and you're like, whoa, where'd all the time go? Like my life flew right by. So I feel like it's not good to rely on it's not good to have expectations. A lot of people, like I recently started smoking, and I don't even smoke a lot. I'll smoke like 1 cigarette a day max. Like I'll just smoke a little bit off one, put it out, and then just smoke it later. Like I'm not going crazy on it. And a lot of people are like, dude, you're gonna like die. Like you're gonna give yourself lung cancer. And then, even if it did take like a year off my life, I can't guarantee I'm gonna live till I'm like 80. I could die tomorrow in a car crash. Like you can't pretend to like know how long you're going to live. So what difference does it make, And not to mention, like, I feel like this body is so, it doesn't encapsulate my entire being, my like pure consciousness. I feel like when I die, my energy is just going to get like reunited with like the cosmos. Like I'm just going to be floating in some eternal godhood or whatever. Like it's going to be a beautiful and amazing. And even if it wasn't, say death is like sleeping when you don't have dreams, or like what it was like before you're born from your current memory, like it's just nothing. That would be so nice. Like that would be like the most peaceful rest. Like it would just be amazing. And I always think about that, like no matter what happens when I die, like I'm looking forward to it. I'm not saying I'm gonna go try and die right now, but I'm excited. Like I genuinely am. And once you stop fearing death and you kind of gain an awareness and you actually start to look forward to it, it's like, if I don't fear death, what do I fear? And then if I don't have any fears, what can I not do? Who can I not be? I can do anything. I can achieve anything. I feel like I truly have no limit. Like it feels good to be really poor right now and to get a shitty job as a cook at a bar, because I know this is like the classic movie where the guy starts at rock bottom and then it's like, whoa man, how did you start here with nothing and then you just became like up here with all this? Like wow. And I feel like that's what my life's gonna be like, and I'm so excited and I'm so happy to be in the beginning stage right now. Like to enjoy the process and to know that like this is, I'm gonna look back on this moment right now when I'm older and be like, man, oh, I got a text, sorry. But I'm gonna be like, man, that's so awesome. Like that I got to experience that, whatever it is, in any moment, whatever you're experiencing is so amazing. The fact that you're even alive to begin with to experience it is so amazing and beautiful. I feel like we want such like grand things for ourselves. We want to be like such like, but the thing is, even if you're not up here and you're just doing some normal, working at Subway, working as a line kick, doing a normal thing, being broke, being whatever, like it's still just as amazing and just as beautiful. And you take so much away from it by saying, oh man, I wish I was somewhere else. I wish I was someone else. Like you're taking away from your experience by doing that. And instead of just embracing the cards you were given. The cards you were given not as like a bad thing. You're still being given something. Whatever you're given is good, no matter what it is. And suffering is not as bad as we think it is. Like, it sucks, don't get me wrong. Like, no one likes suffering. But no one would like anything without suffering, because you would have nothing to compare it to, It's the yin and yang. And you just have to embrace the whole thing. It's about balance. It's about appreciating the hardship and finding beauty in the little moments. Finding beauty in the most things that other people wouldn't find beauty in, because why not? Because you can. I feel like to appreciate things and find beauty in them just because you can is a good enough reason. You don't need further reason, So yeah, I've been trying to make music lately. Every morning I wake up and I have a guitar and I have some drums and I'll do vocals at the same time. and I'll like find a chord progression and then just create something from it. And like it's really fun. I get into it. I'm not as like skilled as I want to be, but I know that just by doing it every day, I'm just inevitably gonna get good at it, and inevitably something is just gonna sound amazing out of all the other ones, and then I'll just record that, and then I'll make a super cool music video about it, and then it'll just be good. I also want to be a model or like an actor. I've always wanted to be an actor, and then I always thought I couldn't because I thought I was like not attractive enough or whatever. And then I'm realizing that I am, and it's not even about that. Like I've seen actors before that aren't like society's expectation for attractive, and they make it just fine. So why can't I? Like I can do anything. If you see another human being do something, that's proof that you could do it too. Straight up. Especially something like acting or like a career choice. Like there's so much opportunity out there in the world. It's just up to you to go to it or to like bring it into your life somehow. If you just do nothing, then nothing's gonna happen. So what I think I'm gonna do is I think I'm gonna like go on Google and look up like acting agencies or like watch videos on how to become an actor. Or maybe I'll just make my own video, like my own movie, and then I'll use that as like my resume to get a job as an actor. That'd be cool, I think. I don't know. I have no idea. I could be saying like what I'm gonna do right now, and then I just end up doing a completely random different thing. But I think that's like the beautiful thing about life, is like how random and unexpected it can be. You know, like every moment you think you understand something, life will just prove to you that you don't know anything at all. The more you think you know and the more you rely on knowing, the more you will suffer. And the more you let go of knowing and just accept everything that is, and accept everything outside of your control, and then work with what you can control, then life becomes a lot more fun. It becomes like a challenge or like a game or a movie, you know? And I'm also, about the line cook job I got, I'm excited to cook food and like be a cook. I don't know why, just something about that sounds like appealing to me. I almost feel like I would find a lot of beauty in the most mundane, just cooking burgers over and over again. Like I feel like I'm just gonna get into it and like find my flow, and it's gonna be cool. I just hope they schedule me because I did my orientation and they didn't even tell me like how to know when I'm gonna come in. I don't know if they're gonna like text me or email me. I also want to be a like therapist or like a life coach. I used to do a lot more like coaching calls on here, and if you're interested in that, then I'll put like a link to my Discord or my email, and you can email me, and then we could set up a call. And I won't even charge you unless you want, like if you get value from talking to me, then you can give me like a donation or whatever. I used to always charge, but now I'll just do it for free, because like I need to talk to people anyway, and I'm sure that one of you maybe needs to talk to someone like me. Or it doesn't have to be like me coaching you. It could just be like a friendly FaceTime conversation. So I'm open to that if you are. And I'll put my email down below or something. Actually, I'll put my phone number in the description, which is probably a risky move, but it's cool. I'll do that. And I want to get into that more. I've always wanted to be like a therapist type of person. I don't know if you've seen the movie Good Will Hunting. That's very like one of my favorite movies, probably my favorite movie ever. And I was really inspired by like the whole therapy thing with Robin Williams. I want to be like that. I want to do that. I want to talk to people. I want to help them sort through their minds and realize how much suffering they cause on themselves when they think it's like outside of themselves, but really like life is coming out of us. It's not like coming at us. It's all internal, and that's hard to see, but it's just how it is. So yeah, I'm kind of running out of things to talk about. I hope this wasn't too boring. I feel like people, they don't like raw content until they do. I feel like eventually people are their attention spans are gonna get better, and they're gonna start to appreciate, because a video like this, it's like as pure as it gets. Like there's no, yeah, I don't even need to explain it. You probably know. But yeah, have a good day.